All right, little morning recap. Today is January 29th, Friday. As the market, it is 122. The market's still going on. What you have today is still going down. The SPY is down 90, Dow Jones minus 708, NASDAQ minus 339. Here's the VIX. VIX had this inside move and bounced back today. I thought this could be another move. Yeah, yesterday's move shot right up. I was like, okay, we're coming back. It was just a flash move, but like you just don't know. So here's UVXY. I told everyone this could get to, excuse me. I said this could get to 20, 22. I said maybe even 30 with the heavy volume down here. Yeah, here's the SPY. I told everyone the big wedge, big wedge. They're falling, bounce. Look at that straight down. We're getting really oversold. Yeah, you have a trend line all the way from March to November. See that? Now we're going to hit it. Looks like this 365 is key here. You go to the other chart here. I have all the moving averages. It blew through the 50-day. You have this trend line. You have the 100-day right here, 355. And then 150, and that's the 200-day. I don't know if we're getting there. No one knows, but looks like there's more to come. Is this going to be the bigger move? These were pretty, not huge. They were small little moves. It's going to be the big one. It comes back to 330, maybe lower. And we'll see. We'll see if this trend line holds and then the next move next week or how this closes today. The NASDAQ, you see this back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, it's going towards the 50-day right now, which would be 12,725. You have the 100-day, you have the 150 and 200. There's a big trend line here. We'll see if this comes in this area. It looks like it's gonna. So that's the NASDAQ. Here's the Dow Jones. See the drop. That's the next connection point. That was November. That was the lowest point. It broke through to 50. There's the 100. You're 29,000. Then you have the 150, 200 day. Same thing on this. Is this trend line going to hold or is it going to come here and bounce? Possibly. You know, getting very oversold. All these on stochastics. Um, RSI is coming down. Everything's rolling. Even L8 wave is a slower indicator. Excuse me. Yeah, let me look at the 4 hour. So you see the 4 hour, you have the 150, you have the 200. So you see that right there on the Dow Jones. Or this was Dow Jones. SPY. There's the 100. There's the 150. Yeah, this looks like 355 to me in that 4 hour. NASDAQ. Here's the 100, 150. Now, could this come to 12,000? It's possible. That's on that. What am I looking at? So there's the SPY again. So you can see this big wedge. This big wedge goes back to 2019, 2018. Another one, I have a line here. So look at this. Line. You know, we can have a big one really drop here. That would be good. If we can drop to 355, that would be key. So that's on that. Some other plays. Here's defend back and forth. See that high in June. See this line? We keep hitting this line, hit it again, and we're dropped back. Now this one looks like you have the 100, 150, 200, right at 13. Yeah, if this hits 13, that might be a buy here. You know, if not, this could fall all the way back to about a 10. As you can see, the all-time low in this here. Yeah, it made a big bounce in November. That's what I mean. Is this the move for all these stocks? We're going to really come back hard. It's hard to say. It's like this mini bubble, this craziness that's going on in the market. So, we don't know for sure. Like I said in my video yesterday, the bearish ETFs are not in play most of the time, but I was right on this. I said they have the chance to go up, and I did a whole video on it, like where these going to go possibly. I mapped out some targets, and you can see here SDAL's moving up, SPXU. Here's TZA. See this rounding move? This could get a 7 easy. These are all pretty much smoked from the market being so good. Here's the financials. This is coming up. So you get the picture on these. Stocks. Let me look at stocks. Stocks is making that little. See this move here is lower volume. That was pretty big. That tells you people are accumulating down here. And it's probably going higher too on stocks. All right. So, the market's definitely looking down at this point. We topped out right now at 385.85 on the SPY. We're at 369.87 about. All indicators rolling over. And it looks like that 200 day, 354. If we get past this 100 day, you're going right towards that spot. And as the line moved up in September, that was a buy. November, that was a buy. And, this could be a buy here. This could be a normal pullback. Yeah, I don't think 354. I mean, it's a 200 day. Everyone's looking at it. Everyone knows managers, these hedge funds, uh, all these management of stocks, these people. So I would look for that 354. I don't think this is going to 300. I don't think this is a major crash, but things can turn into other things you don't know. But I don't think so at this point. But we'll see. All right, so let's look at so we pictured that the VIX is going up, UVXY, like I called all the bearish ETFs. I just made a video on that, called all that, and let's look at the top runners. SEIB. Oh, that's flat. This is a Siebert Financial. And this did a reverse head and shoulders. Look at this. See, this move happened too early in the pre-market. Excuse me. Real tired. So this happened early pre-market. And you see, the move up. Like, the moves happen. It doesn't matter what time. So, I mean, if you're up this time in trading, if you can trade, you're trading the pattern. But this isn't happening, later pre-market or even, during the day here when we open. So this moved here. Nice consolidation, little triangle here. Moved up, pulled back again, and then it topped out at this 26. So a stock moves 4 to 26. People coming down here, they're waiting for the bounce. Yeah, you might get a bounce, and that's what it did. It might even go up here, halfway up or 3/4, draw your line. I doubt it's going to keep going. You very rarely see that, and that's what happened. It moves here, low, middle, high, and then tries to bounce, and that's it. Was there news on this? Probably came out early. Short squeeze, claims use casualty GameStop, Reddit stock spike, blah, blah, blah. Siebert Financial stocks rocket nearly fivefold in heavy volume with no news released. Brokerage firm Siebert soars as Reddit feed targets another short squeeze. So let's just see what they do. Retail brokerage. I never even heard of them. Siebert Financial. They're a brokerage. Founded in 1886. Wow. So, they rated this, the Reddit group, and, they pumped this up. It's pretty low float pre-market, and then this didn't hold. See this? Look at that straight up move. Just the all-time high, and it looks like it. Going to the monthly. No, back in 1998, this was around. That was the dot-com. They brought it up pretty close to 30, 1999. So yeah, they got into this stock. It's a low float. I'm not sure why they get into it. Brokerages, I guess they're targeting. They're looking for brokerages. I didn't know how you would find this stock. Never heard of it. But you can see, look how flat this has been, and then they pump it up. That's a total pump. Anyone that doesn't understand stock trading, when a stock's normally like this, and you see that, it's a total pump. So that's what that did. Costs. This is back on to they allow trading to all these people in Robinhood. They opened them up to trading again. So you can see this was like 5, moved all the way up to 125. It's crazy. Yeah, you can't even trade this. This moved up pre-market 100, came all the way back down. Yeah, it's 60. You're playing like $10 blocks here. So this 60 did make a nice move to 100. Yeah, it's going sideways. Very volatile. This was a nice move. I called this too. CATB. See, I had this line already drawn. I said over 3. There's nothing here except that. I said this will eventually fill the gap, and I was right. I probably released news. Cutabias Pharmaceuticals announces acquisition of Quellis Biosciences. So there you go. You knew something was happening. Here, look at this. Here is drifting up, sort of coming down. Then boom, big news. 8 a.m. And I said before, I said this 3 line. There's nothing really back here. I said it'll probably fill in somewhere here. They took it all the way up, filled the gap. You can see right here. Look at this move up. You're trading this. You have the 4 line pretty much. See this come back. You can play the break over 4. You can play the dip 350. Get a 10-minute here. See this? And then a step back. And like I've been saying all along, once you know these patterns, look how if 13's over to 20 right here. This little dip, that's where it touched. It held. It went up. Because for a move to go straight through it, see, this has to do this. It has to really start to bend. It's a lagging little indicator here. As the stock price move, this will move. Yeah, this is going up. 5-minute. See the 3-minute back and forth. Came down. Bounce over 350 and took off. That was a great gain. That's a $4 gain. And on this, when you see this going down, you're like, oh, no, it's going to go down. You're not even looking at it, or it's not going to do nothing. Once you see this move up too, see this 3-minute, big candle here. That's a big sign there because it came right back. And you play your 350 line, and the low is 347. Remember, I said if it's 350, play 5 cents more. Always try to play around that 5 cents so you don't miss it. That's the ATB. And that was a great move. That's the 3-minute. You see the 5-minute. See the 5-minute low here? 351. So you put in an order 350, it won't hit. Do 355. All right, here's GameStop. Another total madness. Look at these moves. Look at the volume drop off, though. This moved up. 450 plus, back and forth. Look at this, back and forth. Way away from your 1320 EMA. Yeah, it's way too volatile. So many other things to trade. Couldn't get over this 400, and it's like it's coming down now. There's Novax. This is a big move right over 180. Got to 230. AMC. Still can't believe I almost got this at 2 and it didn't first swing. And this went to 3. Look at this big move up. Look at the tail. Big indecision. Now another one. These are big indecision moves here. Way too volatile. They're basically running like penny stocks because the volatility is crazy. You're taking out like $5, $6, $7. Yeah, this had to move to 16. This looks like a big triangle here. If this breaks 13, this could go lower. The low's been getting higher. The high's been holding here. Yeah, you could have traded this right at 12. Made a nice move to 15, but yeah, the volatility in this is crazy. LMFA. Here's reverse head and shoulder, or head and shoulders. Here's your head, shoulder. Here's the shoulder, like lopsided and went down. This is fighting this two line. See, I have this two line already set. It's been doing this forever, back and forth, back and forth. See the big volume? Then it came right down, lower volume, and look at this, big spike up. So it's manipulated. That's another manipulated stock. They pushed it and it came back on lower volume. They're sitting on it here and waiting for the spike of two line because they know there's two lines right here. There's a big gap above. Here's Wafu. So the back and forth Wafu. It looks like the sixth line was pretty big. Broke it. Big volume. They're actually not that big. 1.4 million. Coming up now. Volume starting to increase. The XRT broke this triangle. Symmetrical triangle. The key on each chart too, just look at each chart right here. You see this? The dip down. Look at that hammer. That tells you this stock is going up. Hammer down. It didn't go down. I brought it right back up. And there you go. Off we go to the races. Big $4 gain. TRX. Look at this. This is a pump. Right over 90 cents. Shooting star. Down. UUU. Same pattern. And I told people my videos before, look at that. Spike. Spike. Big spike through. Came back again. Because there's a trend line here now. Everyone knows this trend line. Here's a EXPR2 Express. Big move up, back and forth. This one's fading a little bit more. It's coming into this little channel here. SINO. SINO Global Shipping. I think some shipping pop. CVM. BLCM. Pre-market to a fade. There's TRIB. AWH. Here's another one. It just pisses me off. I should have had. Swings I'm going to sit on for maybe a few weeks. And this one was right here. I'm like, this is going to get a $75. The reason, because I saw the volume building. People were accumulating. They knew this was going to pop because the whole market, we were in this zone with these crazy moves and all these penny stocks that started to move. So up here, 25. I did a video when it was 34 cents here. And then look at this pop all the way here. Now we're back on lower volume. This is holding this line here. So a lot of them are coming back. The volume's decreasing now because they're probably out of these. They're into other things now. All these Reddit users and Wall Street bets and MTR, TTI. And then there's INO. Here's another one. See this high pull up, fade. Once you have a move like that, they all fade. You might get bounces, but they're faders. MRVI. Crest fading. You got the analyst here. You got MoneyGram. That's a nice move, MoneyGram. See, the low to high moves are the best for like quick momentum. $7 with the 850. PSAC. Look at this. This is crazy. This one straight up. This is a pump. And there it is. Look at that. Move early. This was 4:40 a.m. then faded. Tops. I think I called that one too. NKTR. This is a trend line right here. Delete this out right here. You can see this back and forth. This is trying to break too. There's works. This is total manipulation in this stock. Remember they halted it. So A lot of the stock market is manipulation. That's how money's made. It's a cat and mouse game. Some stocks have news, some don't. Some people are trading. That's what it is. Trading. You're trying to get leverage. Where is the best move for you? Using your knowledge. Look at this stock, MSTR. Wow. There's a BHBT. Now look at this too. See these lines? That's why they're there. People know these lines and are trying to break this above. People trying to short it. ARPO gap above here. OXBR. Sphere. QDEL filling the gap. Space. There's just so many stocks. All right, so today, CIEB, Wafu's hold it. CATB was a good trade. COS, and then you have your AMCs, GME, and still leading the leaderboard again. Some wild moves, and the overall market it was going down here. We're hugging that 100-day. It's right at 370, the 100-day moving average. So we'll see if it bounces from that. Or next week we just fall right in. We just get a rate to 354, the 200-day, which is possible. And then I think that's it's going to be a really good buy because every dip's been bought, and I don't see any reason we're going to go further from there. I don't think there's some crash coming. I mean, this could be the pullback or crash. This might be the biggest pullback. You had 355 to 318, that was September. And then you had the November move 352 to 321. 37-point drop. And a 30-point drop. So where are we at now? 385, let's say 35. Yep, 350. There you go. Right about 354. So I would really think, and they should push us to that to wash out the system here. All right, so that's it for this video. I might do the bullish ETFs later. Check my video on the bearish ETFs. That was yesterday. I made all these calls. It was right on again. All my calls have been pretty much, incredible. No one's making these calls on these stocks. So take a look. Please subscribe to Mike Heyman Trades on YouTube. Trade Ideas referral in the link. Twitter, Mike Frank 007. TikTok, Mike Frank III. Instagram, Mike Frank 98. Stock Twits, Mike Heyman Trades. And on YouTube, hit the like button. Subscribe. I'm giving a lot of information no one's given. People are just showing. Yeah, I made 100,000 in a day, but it doesn't help you. How many people are making it? It's so absurd. No one can relate to that. So it doesn't help anyone. Most people with smaller accounts. So, all right, that is it. Peace.